Paul Rudd, $70 million. Rudd might have initially seemed an unusual choice when he was first announced as Ant-Man, given most of his big acting roles had been comedies. However, it's estimated more than half of Rudd's net worth comes from his role as Ant-Man. Given Ant-Man was not as well known as other Marvel Cinematic Universe icons, such as Iron Man and Captain America, his paycheck for the first Ant-Man film was reportedly rather modest at $300,000. However, this has exploded over time, with Rudd being paid $8 million for his role in Avengers Endgame, and reportedly much more in the continuing Ant-Man franchise. Jeremy Renner, $80 million. He established himself with Marvel as Hawkeye in Thor in 2011, and later became one of the Avengers. Even though his Hawkeye role was not the central focus of the Marvel movies he has been in, Renner's involvement has helped him grow his net worth to millions of dollars. The actor has his own Hawkeye TV miniseries and has appeared in nearly all of the Avengers movies, which in total has earned him at least $50 million. Renner has reportedly made $15 million for his role in Endgame alone, the highest amount he has ever made for a single role. The Hollywood actor is also a successful businessman, and it's reported he has owned, remodeled, and sold over 24 homes in California. Chris Evans, $80 million. Chris Evans has played Captain America ever since the character first appeared in the Marvel Cinematic Universe on the big screen, and he has amassed most of his wealth from this iconic role. Whilst Evans' time as Captain America has ended, with the mantle passing during Avengers Endgame. It's estimated that during his time as Cap, he accumulated $70 million in earnings. Though we all know Evans as Captain America, this isn't the only Marvel connection he has, as he actually played the Human Torch in 2005's Fantastic Four. Bradley Cooper, $100 million. It's his voice that earned him millions, not his face.
It's real!
So you wouldn't recognise Bradley Cooper in any Marvel movie. He is best known for his role as Rocket, a raccoon weapons expert originally introduced in Guardians of the Galaxy, followed by Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Avengers Infinity War.
How much for the gun? Not for sale. How much for the arm?
And Endgame. Cooper has also earned millions with other roles as an actor. He starred and directed in the box office hit A Star Is Born, which earned over $400 million at the box office and brought him around $40 million. Cooper was also a producer on Joker, which made $1 billion at the box office. Chris Hemsworth, $130 million. Hemsworth has become one of Hollywood's biggest stars after playing Thor. When he was offered $150,000 to play the God of Thunder in 2011, he was relatively unknown. He was paid a whopping $30 million for Thor Ragnarok in 2017, the third film in the series. Infinity War and Endgame each netted him $15 million. And it's believed he will have a bigger payday with Thor Love and Thunder, which is scheduled for release next year. Lucrative contracts with Audi, Lexus, and Hugo Boss, along with his roles in Extraction and Men in Black International, also helped increase his net worth. Sir Anthony Hopkins, $160 million. Known in the MCU for playing Odin, the father of Thor, Sir Anthony Hopkins has an impressive net worth. During his career as a veteran actor, producer, and director, he appeared in popular films such as Silence of the Lambs and Hannibal. Throughout his life, he has built up a large fortune. Hopkins got paid $175,000 per episode for Westworld, $15 million for Hannibal, $15 million for The Wolfman, and $20 million for Red Dragon. For Thor, it was reported Hopkins negotiated $10 million per film. Scarlett Johansson, $165 million. At the age of 10, Scarlett Johansson attained stardom after appearing on screen for the first time in 1994, subsequently playing Black Widow in various releases from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, including Captain America and the Avengers. As her first appearance in Iron Man 2 came with a salary of $400,000, Infinity War and Endgame brought her a salary of $15 million. Recently, she also banked $20 million for her first solo superhero movie, Black Widow, despite the fact that her earnings were less than she anticipated. She has an array of endorsement deals with brands such as L'Oreal, Louis Vuitton, Calvin Klein, Dolce & Gabbana, and Moët & Chandon. Additionally, she owns real estate that is worth around $20 million in New York and Los Angeles. Vin Diesel, $225 million. Mark Sinclair, professionally known as Vin Diesel, made his MCU debut as the voice of Groot in 2014's Guardians of the Galaxy. He also voiced Groot in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame, and will reprise the role in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And in total, he has earned just over $54 million for his role as Groot, which is not bad for some voiceover work. He also earned $20 million for the 9th installment of the Fast and Furious franchise, F9, and we are sure we will see Fast and Furious 10 sometime in the future. Samuel L. Jackson, $250 million. Samuel L. Jackson has starred in over 120 films and made over $13 billion at the box office. He made $5.65 billion at the US box office at the end of 2021, making him the highest grossing actor. Jackson's salary for a single starring role in a major production becomes as high as $10 to $20 million for blockbusters and franchises such as Pulp Fiction, Jurassic Park, Shaft, and Die Hard. Playing Nick Fury for Marvel brings in $4 to $6 million, even if he appears for a few minutes or says a few lines. He has also earned millions from endorsements, earning $30 million in endorsements alone from 2016 to 2017. The financial institution, Capital One, is reportedly his highest paid endorsement to date, after Adidas and Apple. Edward Norton, $300 million. The only actor to play the Hulk in the Marvel Cinematic Universe for a short time, Edward Norton made most of his money from other brilliant movies, such as the Oscar-winning Birdman and The Grand Budapest Hotel, as well as Fight Club, The Bourne Legacy, Red Dragon, and Moonrise Kingdom. Apart from acting, he is also an experienced tech investor. He was the largest individual investor in Kensho when it was sold to S&P Global for $550 million in 2018. He co-founded CrowdRise, which was acquired by GoFundMe for $600 million in 2017. Robert Downey Jr., $300 million. Iron Man, starring Robert Downey Jr., kicked off the Marvel Cinematic Universe in 2008, and Downey's salary increased as the franchise grew, with dozens of films released. He refused the massive guaranteed pay his co-stars received for Infinity War and Endgame, and instead negotiated a small salary with back-end deals. Despite being paid $10 million for both the Avengers and Iron Man 2, he raked in $50 million in per-percent deals, which means he received a percentage of the total box office earnings. He earned another $75 million each for Infinity War and Endgame, $64 million for Captain America, Civil War, and around $15 million for a short cameo in Spider-Man, Homecoming. Downey has had endorsements with Apple, Kraft Foods, and Nissan, but his biggest payday came with HTC, a Taiwanese electronics company, paying him $12 million to promote their mobile phone. Michael Douglas, $350 million. Hollywood icon, legendary actor, and dual Oscar winner Michael Douglas has amassed a significant fortune during his career. He has earned $15 million for Basic Instinct, $15 million for The American President, $20 million for The Game, $20 million for A Perfect Murder, and $10 million for Traffic. The amount he earned for playing Dr. Hank Pym, the scientist behind Ant-Man, is still a secret. However, it's known he started investing in real estate early, when he was just 21 years old, which has helped him grow his net worth to what it is today.